if you are still mainly relying on word of mouth to get permanent makeup clients, this might be the most important video you watch this year. So right now you might feel that referrals and word of mouth are what's really driving your permanent makeup business, but they are also silently keeping your business unscalable, unpredictable, and overwhelming to run. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly why that is, along with the 3 steps you can take to go from inconsistent months to a predictable and growing permanent makeup business. And if you stick to the end, I'm also going to be showing you how to decrease your admin workload by up to 50% and build a business that runs itself. Okay, so my name is Steph, and I've been helping PMU artists for over 6 months now with something I call the PMU Freedom Engine to build predictable, consistent, and growing businesses. And I more than doubled the client base the last artists I work with. But without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. So across the hundreds of conversations I've had with permanent makeup artists, I've always heard these 4 things when it comes to word of mouth. So the first one is, if you're good at what you do, the work will just come. Referrals and word of mouth work great for my business. They bring in most of my clients, and they will allow my business to continue growing with time. But here's the thing, referrals and word of mouth are not a growth strategy. So if these are your business goals, being able to focus on just being the artist, enjoying more freedom and family time, growing and starting training clients or hiring staff to handle the treatments, and increasing your revenue, then referrals are not actually helping you. Now, if you hear that and say, but referrals bring in a large part of my clients right now. So that may be true, but they also cause these 4 big problems. So the first one is inconsistent months. The second one is unreliable and lack of a stable income from permanent makeup. Overwhelm, wondering where your next booking is actually coming from, and the inability to have peace of mind to hire staff and pay their salaries. So if you're looking to build a permanent makeup business that can run without you handling everything, just word of mouth won't get you there. So here's another perspective on it. Let's say you just had a great month, 22 new clients. Then the next month, 3 days pass, still no new bookings. Another 2 days pass, still no bookings. So you start to get worried, quickly making new posts on Facebook or Instagram, just hoping it picks up fast. So that's what happens when your business is built on chance instead of systems. You never know where your next client is coming from. So if you feel stuck at your current monthly revenue, or you're struggling with inconsistent months, that's most likely why. But the thing is, it's not your fault. So it's a strategy that you're relying on that's broken. So now if you're thinking, okay, so what actually works? What will actually help me build a predictable business that runs itself? It comes down to what I call the PMU Freedom Engine, and it has 3 parts, and it's a system I build and manage, completely done for you for my clients, and I'll show you exactly how it works so you can use it for yourself. So there are 3 parts. So the first one is attract, then there's automate, and then there's ascend. In the attract phase, we don't rely on word of mouth. We rely on Google Ads to consistently get clients on demand, like clockwork, without worrying where your next booking is coming from. So if you tried Google Ads before and they haven't really worked, let me explain the difference between the kind of Google Ads that most people run compared to the Google Ads that actually work. So here we have a common example that some so-called marketing experts might run for you. So that's a generic advert with the only information that's really unique is the location. But apart from that, it's pretty generic. And then the clicks that click on that ad then get driven to a generic homepage, which isn't even matching up with what they clicked on. For example, they wanted to learn about microblading, and here they have eyeliner, and it doesn't show their work, and the work is what really sells. And yeah, it's pretty generic in terms of design and doesn't have a USP. Whereas the Google Ads that actually work are super tailored in the advert. So as you can see, it's actually what people, older than 50 years old might be looking for in terms of microblading. It has a strong USP, and it has actual unique information about the business. And then the people that click on that advert then get taken to a dedicated landing page, which is basically a 1-page website just focused on what they clicked on, which in this case is permanent brows, and that has excellent work shown, and it builds trust. So that's why this kind of Google Ads actually will work and get you those consistent clients like clockwork. The second phase is the automate phase, and that allows you to just focus on being an artist, getting new clients consistently from the stage 1 attract phase, so you can enjoy more family time or more freedom, whatever you love doing, without having to respond to inquiries. So this is where we integrate Google Ads and social media with a system that auto responds, you using your tone and style to all your inquiries, and gets them to book in for a consult without you having to do anything. So this can be built out in a day and literally decrease your workload by up to 1/3 to half. And it would literally stop you from ever having to respond to inquiries again. And obviously I have a video breaking down on how this actually works, and I'll get to that at the end on how you can actually watch that video and implement this for yourself. Okay, then we send. So this stops clients just being one and done, just getting their initial permanent makeup treatment and then maybe coming back for a touch up. So this upsells your clients to multiple treatments. And so after each treatment, this is what is to get them to book in for more treatments. So yeah, you can screenshot that and use it for yourself. But yeah, this is really effective. So then your clients, they won't just book in for, let's say, brows. They'll also book in for eyeliner and lip blush. And so yeah, that just raises how much each customer is actually worth. So here is the proof it works. So my last client, she spent just 540 on ads in a month and got 6 new clients, which is just over 2K in revenue. So now that we have those numbers, we can just dial up the results as much as she likes. So let's say she wants 20 extra clients. That's easy. So we just increase X, which is the ad spend, to get Y, which is the revenue or clients. So this is a system that you put in $1, you get 4 out. So let's say you put in 1,000, you would get 4,000 out. But if you put in 2,000, then you get 8K out. And that's every single month, because it just works like clockwork and it's consistent, repeatable, predictable every single month. Okay, so if you watch a video and you decided that you're tired of being at mercy of the algorithm or just your last client's good word, it's time to install a real system. So what you can do is click the link below and DM me systems, and I'll send you the video that breaks it all down step by step on how you can implement every single phase from attract, automate to ascend in your business today, just to provide some value. So feel free to DM me that. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video and you have a great day.